what is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Do y'all know, Riggins, I'm guessing that you may know what this is. Skinny talk. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a hashtag that people use on TikTok when they're talking about losing weight or eat this to stay skinny.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. Well, that's been, TikTok has banned that hashtag worldwide.
I believe it.
Because France complained and said that it wasn't, it was promoting unhealthy diet extremes and things like that. So now you can't hashtag skinny talk anywhere in the world.
I'm surprised France caused a scene about that.
No, France is they're because you would think because everybody in France is skinny and they always talk crap about how Americans are fat.
Yeah, like they need this.
It's just kind of like France is just look. Pay attention to us for a second. You know, we're a country. Yeah, nobody cares about France.
No,
totally agree.
But
you have good croissants. That's about it.
Yeah, but so does Burger King. I've never had a croissant that's any better than Burger King's sandwich.
I'm not gonna lie. True.
Yeah, the French aren't putting sausage and cheese in theirs. Breakfast sausage and cheese.
True.
Yeah.
See, it looks like it would be the other way around. They should be promoting skinny talk to the rest of the world.
Yeah,
because they're always judging everybody on how fat we are.
Sure.
It's true.
We even took their French toast, chopped it up into sticks, deep fried them, and served them with syrup. You can get it with the croissant sandwich. Thank you, France.
Yeah. Look what we've done with their fries.
Exactly. Exactly.
So they're just like, hey, we got to be known for something. Let's be known as a world leader for getting a hashtag canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we get attention away from our president getting mushed in the face by his wife? Let's say this hashtag is bad. Focus it. Yeah. We're gonna mush you, France. Come on.
Yeah, his much older wife who was his teacher when they first started seeing each other. Yeah, let's not focus on that.
No.
Yeah.
Let's act like we're doing something good for the world.
Yeah.
But TikTok's super sensitive about that. That's why people started using the word unalive all the time.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to put it in captions or say it. It's just a very sensitive place.
Okay, so there is a rap group called the Hollywood Undead. Would they call those? Do they have to say they're Hollywood alive?
Probably.
Yeah.
You can't say dead.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work.
You got to do the asterisk over the. You can't write anything.
Yeah. Real sensitive on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's not for older people.
You think?
Yeah, because we would just be like, "That's so stupid."
Yeah.
Grow up her,
Yeah.
I was just trying to look at Skinny Talk, and all of a sudden it went away.
The whole Skinny Talk was its own website. Since it's been banned, though, I wonder if somebody could snatch that up.
Yeah, probably.
SkinnyTalk.com. Grab it, Riggins. Grab it. Grab it.
All right, we'll do it right now.
Do it right now. I'm not playing. We need that.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God.
I love it. This is TJ and Riggins.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or from your smart home devices. And if you can't listen live, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House Podcast. So many great things to listen to every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com. It's easier than ever to enjoy the show. tjriggins.com.
Katie, you know what one of my favorite things about summer is?
What's that, Greg? Greg?
Naps. I bet he was going to say naps.
Right now, earn up to $1,500 in free furniture with the purchase of a mattress sleep system during our Father's Day sale. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right, Lindsay is in the romantic mountains of North Carolina. And it is her anniversary getaway with her husband, the 7th year of marital almost bliss.
Yeah.
And so she's got the camera on herself and her microphone set up and everything inside their hotel room. It's not a regular hotel. It's like an inn, isn't it?
We're in like the cottages, but I think they do have like a hotel too.
Okay. And then the bed is right behind Lindsay. Yesterday, her husband Kyle was up and had to go out and do work and all of that. Today, she woke him up and kicked him out of the room so she could do the show.
Yeah.
This early.
My alarm went off and I went, tap, tap, tap. You got to get out. He was like, what? It's so dark. It's already 7. I'm like, it's 7.
And 5, actually. It was 5.
Yeah.
Well, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5. Sorry. Forgot about
It's
that.
after 7
Forgot
now.
about I keep thinking there's a time change here. No, I'm still I'm still in the 5. Yeah, 5. So anyway, tapped him. He left. He put on his clothes, brushed his teeth. He was like, I'll be in the lobby working. I'm like, okay. Bless his heart. But listen, this isn't anything new for him. He knows he's got to do this. I'm going to do this. But what kills him is that any trip we go on, he thinks I don't pack accordingly to buy stuff wherever I go. And that's not the case. It's just happened that way. One year, a few years ago, we went to Napa, and I wasn't thinking about bringing a swimsuit because it's Napa,
Yeah.
And so I didn't bring one. Well, the second we got there, he's like, let's go to the pool. It looks great. And I was like, ooh, don't have a swimsuit. So I had to go down to the lobby, buy a $300 swimsuit. It was like, because that's all they offered.
Wow. They sell it's $300 to buy a swimsuit at the auto parts place.
yeah. And so now it's just a joke. So when we came here, I'm thinking June, hot. I didn't bring any like jackets to wear out. Well, it's chilly at night. And we got here and I'm like, I don't have a jacket. He's like, of course you don't. You're going to go buy one. Of course, this is your ruse,
Right. And where you are there, I don't think it would be $300 for the cheapest swimsuit, but it's probably pretty expensive.
Yeah, I bought
to
a
buy
jacket. Yeah, I bought a cute little jacket. Of course, I'm going to wear it again. Don't worry. But it was like $60. So
that's not bad. That's not bad.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
but that's always the thing. I'll wear it forever.
Forever.
That's why I want to get something cute so I can keep wearing it. It's not a waste.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, look at your weather app for where we're going from here on out. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm getting the kids ready.
Oh.
I do that whole thing.
Yeah. It's
So
always
it's
the
fun.
kids.
Yeah. So 7-year itch, you say.
It's like my wife's sister. She has twins. And to this day, she'll say, I got 2 babies. If somebody expects something from her, and her 2 babies are in high school now.
Yeah.
I got 2 babies.
Yeah, I got 2 babies.
Yeah,
Where are they?
So what Kyle needs to do from now on is make sure you know the weather, because he can check it and send it to you and say, this is what the weather is going to be there.
Yeah. And just put your foot down. I'm not getting you one thing when we get there.
You'll freeze.
It doesn't ever work.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God.
I love it. This is TJ and Riggins.
New radio is your new marketing, advertising, and influencing dream option. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. The future of advertising is here. tjriggins.com/explosion.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Today is D-Day. Today is D-Day. June 6th, 1944. The Allied invasion of France on the beaches of Normandy, France. One of the most incredible stories ever.
Yeah. And just the ultimate story and actions of bravery. Just
Totally.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Save the world.
Totally. Absolutely. So it is D-Day. It is the top trending topic at the moment for good reason, because it is an incredible day. This is much less incredible. Gayle King says she's ready to date a younger guy. Really, Gayle? You want to date a younger guy? Oh, yeah, that's how.
So she's just finally given up on Oprah marrying her.
Well, she said the rumors about her and Oprah really hurt her dating life. She said guys are not as ready to approach her because they think she's in a lesbian relationship with Oprah.
That's not
She
why.
thinks that's why.
She said, I even wanted Oprah to do a show about this one specific topic because it's hurting my dating life.
Let me tell you something. If you're a single woman and you're trying to find a main, if you are obsessed and completely dedicated to your best friend, where a guy coming in knows that he's going to play second fiddle to your best friend, they're not going to want to get into a relationship with you.
You think?
No.
Totally agree.
No way. Because Gayle King is pretty. I think she's very pretty.
She's very pretty.
Now, I mean, she's wacko and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that aside.
take that out of it. But if you don't mind that sort of thing, a lot of people would be wanting to date Gayle King. Sure. And I don't think it's because people legitimately think she's in a lesbian relationship with Oprah.
You don't?
No.
No.
I just think it's that they know how completely dedicated and connected to Oprah she is. No man wants to play second fiddle to anybody in his relationship, nor do women.
Even if you got to sort of enjoy all the things that come along with dating Oprah's best friend, like private planes, best restaurants in the world, never waiting for anything.
Most men aren't. They'll do that for a while, but they're not willing to sell out their manhood for that.
Okay.
They still want to be a man.
Yeah.
And they don't want anybody coming before them in a relationship with a spouse or something.
Gayle says she doesn't want to be a purse or a nurse for her next relationship, meaning she doesn't want to take care of a guy all the time, and she also just doesn't want to be a sugar mama, I'm assuming.
That'll bring them in.
Yeah.
Want to be a purse
That'll
or a
bring
nurse.
them in.
Yeah.
Tell them you don't want them gold digging, or you don't want to have to take care of them. That'll do it.
She said, but don't worry about me. She's 70 years old. I didn't realize, but she said, don't feel sorry for me. She's having a great time.
Yeah, she's dedicated her life to Oprah.
Yeah. Well, maybe she has.
Yes, she has.
I mean, she's going to space and doing all this thing. Maybe love is the next step for her. So we'll see.
What do people know her as? A journalist?
No, I would say they know Gayle King as Oprah's best friend.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to marry
Was she
that?
a journalist?
Yeah, she and Oprah met as they were working for a TV station together in Baltimore or somewhere.
Yeah.
She let Oprah borrow a pair of panties.
Yeah, right.
And that's how they hit it off.
Oh, ew.
I know. I don't think she took them off and handed them to her. I think she had some extra at the TV studio.
Still.
That's the sisterhood of the traveling panties is what that is. Good for the two of them.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Our friends at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress are having a huge Father's Day sale, and this is where you can save big on outdoor furniture, recliners, reclining furniture, and much more. It's Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Have either of y'all ever been approached by another passenger on a plane and asked to switch seats with them for any reason?
No.
I haven't either.
No.
Has it happened to you? No?
I don't think so.
I would immediately do it, especially if it was for
a family or something,
Yeah.
if there was some sort of family arrangement, hey, we want to sit together,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have no problem, even if it meant taking a worse seat.
Yeah,
Even
if I'm traveling alone, I probably would do that.
I would. It's just never happened to me.
Yeah.
But a flight attendant has come out and said, don't ever switch seats with somebody if they approach you, even if they have a good reason. She said,
For safety.
well, yeah, basically, she says, if you switch seats with somebody, here's what theoretically could happen. Every passenger is documented in what they call a flight manifest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's where the person is sitting, their full ID, the seat number. So if anything happens, your name is going in that list. And she said, also think about if somebody takes your seat and you purchase like a cocktail or something, and the flight attendant isn't paying enough attention, that person that took over your seat could order a drink on your tab. And if the flight attendant, again, isn't paying attention, they could just use your card again because they know you're sitting in 6F or whatever, and they could be scamming you. She's like, I'm not saying that this happens all the time, but it could happen.
Yeah, but then what about when they say we're not full today, so if you would like to move to an aisle that has more room, then you're also giving up your identity that goes with the seat you were assigned.
That's true.
And they encourage you to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
She said, if you're dead set on doing it, just make sure you go and alert the flight attendant that that's what's happening. You guys are switching around here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that they'll be fine with it, but just be careful of what could happen if you switch seats with somebody.
Because everybody's trying to scam somebody.
Is that what it is? Like everybody's just looking for a way to scam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's weird because the plane tickets seem like they're way more expensive now than they've ever been. Yet you still have a bunch of riffraff flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She said, I've seen some crazy things on planes. I know that sounds dramatic, but if a lady decides to go smoke in the bathroom or something, that could come back on me because my name is going to be on the manifest, the flight manifest.
Yeah.
So that'd be the worst thing to get confused for. You were the one smoking on a plane that was in the news?
See what I mean? Like, how does a person that would smoke on a plane, how can they afford a plane ticket?
That's such a good point. Such a good point.
I look at it the same way with concerts. Concerts are so expensive now.
Yeah.
And how do people afford them? I'm not saying riffraff on this one, but how do normal people afford concert tickets? I'm not paying that much to go to a concert.
No.
I don't care who it is.
They're saving up for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But in plane situations, I'll stick with the riffraff. How's all that riffraff affording plane tickets?
Yeah.
Were you able to smoke on a plane when you were alive at any point?
No. He's asking me like I'm a ghost.
Well,
when I was alive,
I didn't know the nicest way to say that.
No, the first flight I ever took when I was 20 years old, that's the first time I ever flew, was right when they started cutting out smoking on planes.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you bummed out?
I was a smoker at that time. Yeah, and I was flying to L.A. and I had to go all that time without a cigarette.
You were the riffraff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
you would have been.
Right. But I didn't smoke on the plane. I didn't break the rules kind of riffraff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a smoker riffraff.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Prime Plus members get extra funny, commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at tjriggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Okay, what a treat. Yeah, what a treat. Cheers, everyone.
Does sound like
It is that time, the special time of the week where Riggins plays his little guitar and sings a funny song about what has gone on in the world this past week, as well as what has gone on behind the scenes and in front of the scenes of the TJ and Riggins Show. It's called Riggins Week in Review.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. TJ's son turned 22. It'll be his best year with any luck. Aiden, I wanted to get you a gift, so I left an 8-ball in Daddy's truck. Enjoy. And it was Lindsay's anniversary this week. We mentioned it on the show. So congratulations, Lindsay and Kyle. They're white if you didn't know. And
Lindsay and Kyle.
Best wishes. Merry Christmas from Lindsay and Kyle.
Love that. With our babies, Delilah and Brooks.
White couple. They're raising wonderful and thoughtful kids. And someone correct me if I'm wrong, but they're like kids from the 1800s with all those diseases you thought were gone. And this is a song. It's called The Weekend Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Taylor Swift regained control of her music. Her empire is set for substantial growth, and Lindsay regained control of her bowels, and we're just really thankful for both. You know, it's reason to celebrate. McDonald's announced the return of their snack wrap, which isn't exciting to me, but the snack wrap fans are insane. They even burned Grimace in effigy. It's dark. It was dark. I've never been that passionate about a fast food item. Maybe they need an ice cold shower, but when they changed the tartar at Captain D's, I held them at gunpoint for about an hour. And this is a song. It's called The Weekend Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Tomorrow is National Black Bear Day. Known for their strength and size, I've come face to face with a few black bears, and they were just really lovely guys. Father's Day is around the corner, but you can probably skip the cakes. Get Dad what he really wants, the Father's Day package from Omaha Steaks.
Oh, yeah.
But seriously, TJR, promo code TJR, $35 off your order, omahasteaks.com. My dad has a bit of a temper, but it was nothing I couldn't survive, and he never laid a finger on me because he preferred to use all five. And this is my song. It's called The Weekend Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
That was so good.
Thank you so much.
Very funny, very funny.
Thank you very much.
That's so good.
There is a new trend happening, and it all relates to baby showers. And I think Lindsay and TJ are going to have a field day with this one next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
So by now, you've probably heard me talk about Mandu Charlotte, and ooh, it's my latest obsession. I love it, and it's only 15 minutes out of your day, and it feels like and looks like you've been in the gym for hours. What it is, they put electromuscle stimulation vests on you. You do little workout, 15-minute simple moves, but the vest stimulates your muscles, and I'm telling you, tones, lengthens, strengthens. You're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to achieve those weight loss goals. Check out Mandu Charlotte, and your first one is free. Go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I don't have kids yet. TJ and Lindsay do. TJ, I'll ask you first. Did your wife, Jody, have big baby showers when she had either of your kids?
By those days' standards, yeah, she had a pretty big, especially with Lainey, with the first one. You know, you have that
big deal.
Yeah, but it wasn't elaborate kind of thing. It's just a lot of people that were there. And then when you know you're having a boy on the next one, then they'll throw you another one because you don't have hand-me-downs.
Oh, right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Did you have big ones, Lindsay?
I had to cancel Delilah's, my first child because of COVID. I already had everything planned, everything booked. COVID hit in March, and mid-March was my baby shower. So I had to cancel that. So I didn't have one with her. And then I had a really big one with Brooks.
Do you feel cheated that you didn't get the baby shower you wanted with Delilah?
No, I mean, I overdid it with Brooks because I had never had one. I was like, this is crazy. I've never had one. Like, let's just go all out.
So you planned it? I thought your friends were supposed to do that.
Well, I had some say in it. It was like my close friends, Holly, and they always would be like, so how do you feel about this? Like, because they know me, but yeah.
Well, there's a new trend going on social media, and you're seeing pictures and videos of it a lot. It's a baby shower for grandmas.
No.
Because it's also really important when a woman becomes a grandmother that they be celebrated.
Oh, my God.
The woman that was talking about it in depth, she said, I know there's two opinions about grandmother showers. Opinion one, grandmother showers are just a lovely way to welcome a friend or a coworker into their new role as grandma. Opinion two, grandma showers are inappropriate and tacky gift grabs. But the fact of the matter is it's the first. This is a big step for women becoming a grandmother. And, and what's the problem with taking her out to lunch and giving her gifts and just being excited for her?
Okay, which one? Let's say, would they have a grandmother shower for the mom's mom or for the dad's mom?
Probably
the mom's
both.
Mom. The mom's mom.
It doesn't work the Riggins that
No?
way. No, they would not. If you did them separately, they would not be the same.
They wouldn't compare. Yeah.
Like the mom's, the wife's mom would get most of the time way bigger shower.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because who's doing it? Women are in charge of showers. So women aren't going to throw their mothers-in-law huge showers and stuff because, I mean, that's about to be even more competition.
Yeah. Well, well, she points that out. She said the only time when the grandmother shower rivals the shower for the actual parents, that's where it crosses the line. That's where it crosses.
Let me tell you, it's not a shower for the parents. It should be a shower for the mom.
The mom, right?
Yep.
I'll go back that far and say I've never been for the couple's baby shower ever. Yeah. But I'm with the second opinion on it, that it's just another way for them to figure out how to get free things.
Absolutely.
One of the comments says it's peak narcissism. The other says, I don't understand the new role comment. There's no role. We're the parents. They get to observe and show love. So not everybody's totally on board with it, but a lot of people are. You're seeing a lot of videos from grandma showers.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Grandmashowers.com. Look out.
Not safe for work.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is new at 7 a.m. Eastern each weekday morning and available most anywhere you watch or listen to shows. YouTube, podcast platforms, streaming and radio station sites are all now at our media center at tjriggins.com. It works just like an app, easy to navigate, and you'll get everything right there on one page. All the podcasts, all the videos, all the great deals you can take advantage of as a member of the radio family. The TJ and Riggins Show is right there in your hand. Learn how to add it to your phone's home screen at tjriggins.com/ad.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, mucho. Mucho, thank you. I want to apologize for always saying that our society is in trouble because of adults who want to remain children and act like children, and all of the kidults and that, the adult adolescence that I always talk about. Because I have a story here that I just read this morning, and I felt ashamed that I had ever accused millennials of being kidults, not wanting to live lives of adults and always wanting to play with toys and act like children. So I apologize. This is the story that changed my mind. There's a trend on the TikTok now, and it is called adult tummy time.
Yes, I've seen this.
Stop it.
Adult tummy time. They say that you should be on your stomach for 10 or more minutes every day if you're just watching TV, scrolling, or reading. It's supposed to help counterattack the tech neck, where you're always looking down at your phone or your screen. So you make an effort to, and this video shows a man on his stomach in the middle of the floor, like a child.
No.
Like a child would watch cartoons on Saturday mornings back in the olden days, with his knees bent and his feet touching.
You didn't make this up. This is serious?
Yes, It is serious.
This is disturbing.
Now, I get if you want to do something to keep yourself from hurting your neck from looking down at the screen all the time. I get that. But
Sure.
adult tummy time, I'd rather my neck hurt.
Same.
than to say I'm going to have some adult tummy time and lie down on the floor with my knees bent and my feet touching each other.
That's the only issue with it is the name of it. It's cool if you want to do some, I do physical therapy on my neck. Cool. But the title of it, that's the only issue.
Or just, if you want to get down on the floor, stretch or do something.
Yeah.
Don't just, I'm going to get on the floor and look at my phone now. Tummy time.
I'm doing tummy time.
It's tummy time.
What's the world coming to?
Like if you're a heterosexual man and you use that adult tummy time phrase and you're not making fun of it or joking about it, I don't know how you would ever get a woman to be interested in you. I really don't.
I would never date someone that used that language ever.
Yeah, unless they were doing it as a comedy routine or something, just like
Sure.
trying to be funny and make people laugh.
Sure.
But yeah, but if they seriously, if Kyle said, all right, my neck's kind of hurting, I need some adult tummy time. Finish looking at this video.
Yeah.
You know what I would do? Pack my bags right now and hit the streets and leave him here.
I am not married to a man anymore.
No, gross.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. A TJ Riggins Prime button to get to invitations, links, and all the great Prime Plus exclusive content. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I love Omaha Steaks, and they got something brand new that you are going to love as well. Omaha Steaks all-new Smash Burgers. That's right, they're made from 100% extra-aged beef, and because they come from Omaha, they're top quality and delicious. 16 of them free in the Built for the Grill pack at tjriggins.com/Omaha. So yes, all of the other top quality products that are second to none from Omaha Steaks and Smash Burgers. 16 free with the Built for the Grill pack at tjriggins.com/Omaha. See site for details.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Woo. You know what I'm going to do when I get home?
What?
I've got to have some adult tummy time.
You need it.
Craving it.
Tummy time.
I'm doing some tummy time. Can't help you with the groceries right now. Sorry, sweetheart. I'm doing tummy time.
That was something we were talking about in the last segment, where now there's a trend called tummy time for adults.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, very. Okay, I know men are not supposed to comment on women's weight.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't have anything else. I just wanted to throw that out there. That's all I got on this topic. Next.
That's it.
But this young man on a podcast has a pretty good take that I'd never thought about. It's kind of a unique take on women's weight. Listen.
I think she's beautiful, and I'm sick of people acting like our mama's not fat. I grew up thinking if your mama wasn't fat, she wasn't a real mama, because every mama I knew was fat. I was like, your mama not fat? What's wrong with your mama? She must be a crackhead. I'm serious. I thought mamas came fat. I didn't know nothing no different than a fat black woman. What are you talking about? Beautiful. I
love that.
Y'all need to stop acting like your mom is not fat. Who's wondering? Who's acting like?
I love that.
If your mama's not fat, she's not a real mama.
I thought they came like that.
Thought it was a crackhead.
Your mama's skinny. She must be a crackhead.
I love that.
That's good.
Yeah.
A lot of fat moms growing up in where you grew up.
Yeah, that's why whenever a skinny one would come around, the rest of them would be like, "Oh, look at her."
Yeah.
That's where the whole flitting around here in those short shorts.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if especially if they had the deadly combination, which would be single divorced mom and skinny.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Good combo. Good combo.
Yeah, I want to, run her out of town on the rail.
Yeah.
The witch trials.
Yeah.
That's bad, huh?
Yeah.
Skinny and single.
Mm-hmm. And they wouldn't even know her really, but they would describe her with, by saying she's man crazy. Well, we can tell she's man crazy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a small southern town, you got some skinny, nice-looking, attractive mom coming around who's newly divorced or whatever.
And it's no fault. It's not her fault that she's skinny or But they treated her like an outcast.
Yeah,
mistreated her.
Not to her face, really, but they didn't want to hang out with her or anything. They dang sure didn't want their husbands being around them.
Yeah.
Because a skinny woman's out to do nothing but take your man.
Take your man.
That's all they're looking to do. You know them skinny women, Riggins.
Yeah.
They're just wanting to, just home wreckers is what they are. They can't even help themselves. They just do it.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show. What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hello. Riggins, you recycle, I don't say recycle, but you reuse Ziploc bags, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I look at recycling as you take it down to have it made into something else. If you just are using it again, you're reusing it.
Yeah.
So there's a list of quote unquote poor people habits.
Okay.
That they ask if they would continue to do it even if they had a lot of money. So would you continue to reuse Ziploc bags if you had a lot of money?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Never wasting food. This person says I would never be able to just waste food.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's still.
I would order food from the finest restaurant and eat my dinner until I'm full and order another dinner and throw it in the street. That's what I would do. Not buying new clothes unless it's something necessary. I wouldn't do. I would be buying whatever I saw that I wanted if I had endless money.
Would you?
Clothes, yeah.
I do that, and I don't have endless money.
Yeah. You got endless bills.
It doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm. Turning off lights when you leave the room?
No, that would not affect whether I had money or not.
No. Now, my little friend Jenny, don't want to be speaking out of turn or anything, but my little friend Jenny, let me put it this way, is not poor by any means, but she will angrily walk out of a place if they're charging too much per beer.
Really?
Yeah. If she can get beer for $1 cheaper at another place, and she walks into a place and orders one beer and go, how much were these beers? $6? All right. Let's go over here where we know they're $5.
Done.
Yeah.
Like that quick.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You know what she did yesterday? Her whole afternoon was she was on a mission because she had like 5 T-shirts that were too long, and she just wanted to get them shortened and hemmed. Mm-hmm. She went to the first place, and she said they were going to charge her $32 per shirt just to cut it off and hem it. Mm-hmm. And she said, I'll drive around all day until I find somebody that can do. She goes, the T-shirts probably aren't $32 put together.
Yeah. I love that, though.
Yeah, she's looking for a deal.
Mm-hmm. I do know some people like that have a lot of money, but they're the same way.
Yeah. My grandparents, my dad's parents in Kentucky, they had a pretty good bit of money. But my grandmother would take a rubber spatula and clean out a mayonnaise jar or a mustard jar until you probably wouldn't even have to wash it to put something else in it. Yeah. She was not going to throw it away if it had a scrape in it.
They were getting every drop.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
But what is that? $32 to hem a T-shirt? That's
I wouldn't
crazy.
Even know. Is it crazy? I didn't even know that.
It is. And that's the going rate now to do anything with the hems or even a little dress I had to hem. It was like $50 one time. I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah. That's because nobody's knowing how to sew anymore.
Yeah.
You're right.
Little girls aren't learning how to sew.
It's a valuable skill. They're going to charge a lot for it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
It's been a while since I changed the decor in my house, and I looked around the other day and thought, I need to go to Lily and Grace. So that's just what I did. I went to Lily and Grace. I found new pillows. I found some cute decor and some rugs. And not only that, they have gifts, they have bedding. You can even design your own pillows and make your own rugs. It's incredible. And if you're confused about which direction to go, Robin, the owner, will even come to your house and guide you with it. So check out Lily and Grace today at Langtree in Mooresville.
What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
We have something going on. It's a project that Lindsay is heading up. And it is for our friend Alexis. Mm-hmm. So what is it exactly that you're doing?
So Alexis had her baby 4 months premature. So he's one pound, little tiny thing, staying in the NICU. She actually had to leave the baby for the first time yesterday. And if you have ever been in that situation, you know how hard it is. I'm going to start crying. I can't even imagine. Anyway, so she's going to be going back and forth, her and her husband, to the hospital pretty much every day, all day. And luckily it's close to her house. But I thought it would be great if you feel so inclined to donate, gift her a gift card for food. It would be so helpful. So we're going to post her email on our Facebook. We'll probably post it on our Instagram as well. And if you want to, you can send them, through the email. DoorDash, Uber Eats, anything would be so helpful at this time because she's got a long road ahead of her. Not only that, she has a scar from where they had to do surgery, like a major scar. She sent me a picture. So she's got to heal from that too. So anyway, can't cook, so this would be very helpful if you could do that.
She never could cook.
Yeah, that was
that was never a thing. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. She can cook, but yeah, it's so, so horrible to think about. because it's going to be a while before that baby can come home.
Oh, I can't even fathom. And Table and Twine, our friends at Table and Twine, which is fantastic caterer. They have the best food. They are so thoughtful. Yeah. They are sponsoring this because they're delivering her some meals, and it's just fantastic. They're great people. So if you ever need a good caterer,
they really are good, down to earth people, and the food is delicious.
Yeah,
it's so good.
That's
delicious.
So cool.
And I don't mind telling you, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
They could have sent me that food.
Yeah, right.
I'm working 2 jobs. No, but
they'll send you some.
Yeah. So go to our social medias, and Alexis's email address will be up there, so you can send her gift cards for food and all. And keep praying for her. We've been telling you that for a little while, and so it's needed now as much as ever. She and her husband are really, really going through it now, and we want to wish them the best. Okay, got more coming up.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ Riggins Prime Plus members get all of the shows commercial-free, plus a segment called Extra Funny. All for the low, low price of $4.99 a month, or $54.89 for a 12-month subscription. Sign up at the Media Center at tjriggins.com.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D-Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I promise I am not a braggadocious person. I know it may seem like it sometimes, but in some cases, I'm not bragging. I am just, I'm just saying I told you so, which is a little different, because I get a bunch of naysayers all the time who act like I don't know what I'm talking about with things. And it's because when I say something, it's usually way far ahead of where it's going to end up. Right?
Okay.
For example, I have always said that all of these people, professional athletes and others, who swear by these ice baths, get in the ice bath, take an ice bath. It's so good for you. It's so good for you. And I have been saying from the beginning, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I'm telling you, this is not this cure-all thing. It's ridiculous. You're just going with trends. You're biting on the trends. And here we are today. Research shows those trendy ice-cold plunges may reduce muscle growth and strength by 20%.
Oh, wow.
That's a big number.
You've been saying it.
Yeah. And you know what it says in the full story? The headline reads, "Are cold plunges good for you? Here's what the science says." So everybody who's saying I'm anti-science that's not true. I just know about science before science happens. I don't need science to tell me things.
Right.
Science comes along after I say it.
Oh my God. What is good?
You're like a scientist is basically what I'm hearing.
I'm way better than a scientist.
He's better. He's saying he knew it before scientists.
Sure.
Right.
He's
futuristic.
I don't have to do research or experiments or anything. I don't have to have a hypothesis and then try to prove it true or false. I just know it can't be that good for you is what I'm saying from the very beginning. It's just ice water. Mm-hmm. It's not a super cure, strengthening, helps with injury. I mean, it's just getting your whole body in a bath of ice after you've been working out or something. Get out of here. Mm-hmm. Just get out of here.
Goodbye.
You hear that, NFL? Carolina Panthers, you hear that?
Yeah.
Hurricanes, you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or from your smart home devices. And if you can't listen live, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House podcast. So many great things to listen to every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com. It's easier than ever to enjoy the show. tjriggins.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and the people at Cozy Earth are thrilled with all the people who have bought that bubble cuddle blanket that I've been promoting. And as you know, I get a special discount for you, the highest discount that any influencer gets, which is 41% off when you use the code TJ at checkout. People are also loving the bamboo bedding and pajamas. A lot of celebrities like those, but that doesn't matter. I like them. I'm the only celebrity you need to worry about. Go to tjriggins.com/deals. Use the code TJ at checkout for that big 41% discount on everything at Cozy Earth.
The TJ Riggins 24/7 Carolina stream is available in the Media Center at tjriggins.com. Sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamond. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Netflix has a new documentary coming out at the end of June. It's called Poop Cruise. Poop Cruise, and it's a documentary about that 2013 cruise that got stranded out in the middle of the ocean because the engine caught on fire, and people started urinating in the shower. The toilets weren't working, and they, poop was all over the cruise ship.
Coming out of the walls.
It's coming out of the air vents and stuff. They were having people poop in biohazard bags, for days. So they're doing a whole documentary called Poop Cruise, and it looks fascinating.
Yeah.
It's shot really.
I'll be all over that. I'll watch it. And what network is it?
Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
Yeah. So it's out.
Can't wait.
It's out at the end of June. Trainwreck Poop Cruise, and they've got footage from the actual cruise and interviews from the people. More than 10 years later about what it was like, and I mean they tell a harrowing story.
Yeah, I bet they're talking about this, in a more dramatic fashion and traumatized way than the people talking about that tornado in Joplin. Did you see that documentary about that big tornado in Joplin that went through? Yeah, that's a good one if you want to watch a good dramatic documentary. But really? I bet Poop Cruise people were more traumatized.
They were They said
Which is crazy.
They said it was every man for himself. They said it immediately descended into chaos, fighting and stealing and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, Poop Cruise out on Netflix later this month. The hot new trend for summer 2025, experts are saying Jersey Shore nails.
No.
They are described as gaudy, but also nostalgic, square tips, long, and drenched in glitter, rhinestones, animal print, and bold color choices. So think Snooki.
Trend for whom?
Yeah.
Any woman that gets nails, I guess. I don't know. Look at that.
No.
Jersey Shore nails. Yeah. Hot trend for summer 2025.
No classy woman will get that.
It is a lot. Pink cheetah print. I mean, that's going on. Now, I'll ignore that. One woman said if they just made them almond-shaped, it would be a better sell for her. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And then
I don't like long nails.
Yeah, you've never been a long nail guy.
Especially on social medias when the women are talking right into the camera and they're using their hands to act, like they're doing it, almost like they're running a puppet, and those nails clicking. Well, let me tell you something. Bam, bam, click, click, click.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that. It's fun. I enjoy it. The coolest wedding ever. I saw it this past weekend. I'm going to tell you about it next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Subscribe to all the shows at tjriggins.com and never miss the latest episodes. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
So, I'm not like, I don't hate going to weddings. I'm not like, well, I can't stand. It's not my favorite thing to do on a Saturday. I would prefer to do like 100 other things, but I don't dread it like a lot of guys. Now, one thing that will make me dread it is if I know that the food is not going to be that good.
Yeah.
And I've been to some weddings where the food at the reception is pretty lackluster. Chips and salsa in the corner, maybe some fresh vegetables with a ranch dip. It's just not my thing. I think if you invite a lot of people, then you should expect to throw at least a decent party. If you're going to invite people.
Sure.
Just like if you would throw a party at your house, you want to serve your guests in a way that you can, as best you can. I saw a wedding, the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen, because you get to the reception, we're talking every food you can imagine. They've got a barbecue station. They've got Italian. They've got sushi. They've got whole lobsters, meat carving. I mean, it's a full spread. They've got a fat Italian guy pulling handmade mozzarella with his hands. I mean, he's making mozzarella balls in the the water and stuff. I don't know who would want that at a wedding. It's not my thing.
Gross.
But he's doing that over in the corner. They got a real sushi chef rolling sushi. I mean, everything you can imagine. But here's where it gets great. And I think it's a really good idea, especially as we go into wedding season. I think everybody should look into this. After you leave the main reception, you've already had dinner, they plan a little after party. And then you go have cocktails at the after party, you say goodbye. And when you leave the after party outside, they give you a personalized pizza box with fresh pizza inside so that you can then take that back to your hotel or wherever you're staying for the night, along with a bag full of fresh, hot chocolate chip cookies. And I thought, there we go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I could do without I could do a little less of the other spread. And that would be the coolest thing, even if you just had a normal reception food.
Yeah. You could scale back on the normal reception food, but on their way out, that's way better than any wedding party favor or whatever that you're never going to use, like wine glasses. A pizza to take home with you.
Yeah. I've never gotten a party favor at a wedding.
You never got like whiskey glasses with the date on it?
Not unless I was in a wedding, somebody's wedding.
Yeah.
It was more trendy in the past 10 years to do something.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, now I got a bunch of junk I got to carry with me, but give me a fresh hot pizza as I'm walking out and a bag full of warm cookies. Now we're talking. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I got to go to a wedding in a couple of weeks in Charleston.
Oh.
So I better be leaving there with a pizza.
You heard it here first.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
So by now, you've probably heard me talk about Mandu Charlotte, and ooh, it's my latest obsession. I love it, and it's only 15 minutes out of your day, and it feels like and looks like you've been in the gym for hours. What it is, they put electromuscle stimulation vests on you. You do little workout, 15-minute simple moves, but the vest stimulates your muscles, and I'm telling you, tones, lengthens, strengthens. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to achieve those weight loss goals. Check out Mandu Charlotte, and your first one is free. Go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey. Hello. Love it. So happy to be up and alive today.
It's the right attitude.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The attitude is gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
You heard him. Mm-hmm. This 2 jobs thing, full on 2 weeks now I've done it. And I'm going to have to give one of them up, I think. I'm going to have to give it up.
Yeah.
You're over it.
Yeah.
Tired.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I only have Saturday now where I don't have any work to do. And because Sunday is when Jody and I record the podcast, which that actually should be the first thing to go if we're cutting stuff out,
If something's on the chopping block, it's
Right.
going to be that one.
But it's so fun,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we have a sponsor for that podcast, Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. So technically, I make more for doing that podcast than I do for doing the night show on the big news talk station. I'm doing that as a volunteer, just for fun.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. No, nobody seems to know that when I mention it, that I'm just volunteering my time, and that they shouldn't complain if they hear something that offends them. Because I'm a volunteer.
Yeah. You ain't getting paid. Yeah.
Yeah. What would make it easier? What's like the hardest part of doing the new job?
Going in on Friday nights.
That is it.
Going in on Friday nights.
Yeah.
I've already come to the realization that, my routine of going to bed every night at 8 o'clock and watching TV until I drift off, which is about 20 minutes, that's gone. Jody has taken over watching TV in the bedroom. It's her domain now. Even to the point, like I told you the other day, when she goes to sleep and I'm still awake trying to go watch TV until I fall asleep, no crime shows. Can you please not watch crime shows? Because I don't want to wake up to that in the middle of the night to turn off the TV. Like, you're asleep, you don't know what's going on, and I turn it off as I start to fall asleep. Just please. It's depressing.
I don't blame her.
So
it's creepy.
So that used to be my domain is gone completely. She runs it like everything else.
Can I float the idea of maybe you sleeping in a separate room now? Can you look at the idea? Is that
because I got to be in there with the adjustable bed.
Okay.
I put it on snore mode.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Can she move beds or no?
Please.
That a girl, Lindsay, asking the tough questions. I love it. Yeah. Can Jody move?
No. It's impossible because she doesn't want to.
No way.
Silly.
This is my bed. You go to a guest room if you want to. Go sleep on your puffy couch.
Yeah.
And watch all the crime you want all night long. All right, so we have today's, in case you missed it, replay coming up. It is Riggins' Weekend Review song from Friday. We'll get on it next. We'll get on it next.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
When you subscribe to the show, you get all of our shows right when you open up your podcast apps, YouTube app, or social media. Learn more at tjriggins.com/subscribe.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right, every Friday on this big award-winning show, we do something called Riggins' Weekend Review Song. It's a funny song with different words every week, different theme to it. It's so creative, so fresh. Riggins' Weekend Review is today's, in case you missed it, replay.
Get the latest extra funny episode at tjriggins.com, all major podcast platforms, and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.
In 3, 2, 1.
This is TJ and Riggins. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go!
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
What does TJ have in common with millennials and Gen Zers? Something pretty striking. 34% of Gen Z and millennials will look at what sauces and condiments are available at a restaurant before deciding to eat there. Now, that's not directly in line with what TJ does. He likes looking at a menu before he goes to the restaurant. But here's where it gets really like TJ. 1 in 4 Gen Z and millennials also say they bring their own condiments or spices to restaurants. 1 in 4. Now,
that's crazy.
To me, that's crazy. But TJ is known for bringing little packets of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning with him.
Okay, but to me, little packets of something, whether it's sweet and low or sugar or Tony, that's not a full-on, let me whip out my ranch bottle, you know?
Yeah.
But I was just thinking yesterday that I might have to add to the Tony Chachere's
Really?
Or in Louisiana, we just call it Tony's, to the Tony's, because I'm sick of people not putting salt on the table. And when the food comes, I have to wait on them to bring the salt to the table.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, Tony's is salty. Well, sometimes I don't, it's not something that I would put Tony's on. And it's not like putting salt. Even if I put Tony's on it, there still needs to be a little salt added to it a lot of times. So
Right.
I get sick of waiting. So I'm going to get those little salt packets and start taking them with me, or a tiny salt shaker. I'd be walking around with stuff in my pockets like a little boy in the 50s.
Yeah.
He had all the marbles and jacks and frogs in his pocket.
Yeah. I'm just picturing Jody's face when you reach into your pocket at a restaurant and pull out little salt packets. She is going to roll her eyes until they go backwards in her head, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know what she'll say.
What?
Oh, my God. Dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. It is pretty dramatic, though. It is. Bringing your own seasoning is a little dramatic.
But it's just like, why do you not have it on the table?
Yeah,
Because
fair enough.
It's so narcissistic to think that your food is cooked so perfectly for everybody's taste that nobody is going to need salt or pepper. Trust me on this. You're not going to need it. We're not going to even offer it to you.
Yeah, I think it's rude.
Get out of here.
You think it's rude to do that, to ask for salt and pepper?
No. I think it's rude not to have condiments on the table.
Yeah.
Like to think that your food is the best, like what he's saying.
But I've started ordering it, like asking for it when I order. If I see that it's not on the table, I will say, can you bring some salt, please? Mm-hmm. And then they don't. And then they bring the food and, okay, did everybody's order look right? Yeah. Can I have some salt, please? Okay, sure, we'll get that for you. Not, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I was supposed to bring that. No, it's just like that's the first time they heard it.
Really?
Which blows my mind. At least say I forgot it. Don't act like it's the first thing you're hearing of it.
Yeah, I get that.
Right.
Maybe they just don't get that request or something.
Just so easy for me just to keep it in my pocket all the time. Just like my feelings.
Pocket salt.
Keep them in my pockets.
Pocket salt.
Pocket salt.
The little package, you break it, break the paper, and you just like,
Baby, have you seen my pocket salt anywhere? What have I done with my pocket salt?
I can't go nowhere without my pocket salt. You know that. We got to run by Sonic for a minute. Great. Let me get some.
Wow.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Table and Twine in Charlotte is ready to help with all your summer adventures, like their new Artisan Picnic Package. It's perfect for your beach and lake days. Ready to eat with no heating or preparation required. Order yours today, tjriggins.com/tableandtwine.
What is new radio? New radio is
Streaming everywhere.
listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins, when you take your dog for a walk around your neighborhood and all, you lock your door of the house, right? When you're gone? Okay. And do you, Lindsay, if you're out in the neighborhood or something, you lock your door?
I do.
Even if you walk next door? Yeah, I mean, I do too. But 7% of people lock the door of their house when they go check the mail at the end of the driveway. They're that
that's
freaked
extreme.
out about it. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
But
Actually, don't lock it going to a neighbor's house. I don't know why I said that. I don't.
okay, well, have you ever been around people who are, the never lock the doors of their house
Yes.
people?
In college, I knew a bunch of people that never locked their apartment door.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of people.
Yeah.
You just walk in.
Right. And so the people that I know that don't ever lock your house or your cars, in the driveway or anything like that, are insulted if you go to their house and lock your car in the driveway. Yeah. Why are you locking the car? Nobody's going to mess with it out here. Mm-hmm. My brother,
Really?
my sister-in-law, not his wife, Jody's sister, her husband, like, why are you locking your door, man? You know, like, we have some more couple friends that live in another town, and they don't ever lock their house.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think, well, why?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I get it if you've got kids, teenagers running around and they're coming in and out and all of that stuff, but to make an effort to not lock the house.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
What is it? I get it. You feel safe, but it's almost like that type of attitude where a person who packs the minimum amount of stuff and is not weighed down by luggage and all, they have that air about them. Like, I don't need all that stuff. I just pack what I need. Yeah. I don't need to lock my house.
They look down on you.
Yeah.
Can't believe you.
Like, why is your car locked?
That would irritate me if they question me about why I'm. First of all, mind your business. Number two, what do you care if I'm locking my car?
Now, the friends that I was just talking about that live in another city and all that, they don't do that, like make you feel like you've done something wrong. But just that whole no, don't lock it. Don't lock it. No, like you're doing something that is gonna throw them off if you lock the door of the house.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they lock it at night.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like even country people lock their doors at night, I think, don't they?
Oh yeah, even yes, because I kind of grew up like that. We didn't kind of lock, but at night, yeah.
Yeah, and I never was given a key. You know, I was a latchkey kid, but I didn't have a key. You know, I'd get off the bus from school, and neither one of my parents would be home, but they would lock the doors.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I knew which window wasn't locked. They knew that I would just crawl in and out of a window. Like, why not just give me a key?
Yeah, right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Come on.
I'm breaking into my own house, breaking and entering every day.
Why wouldn't they give you a key?
Because I'd lose it, they would say. Because you'd lose it. It mainly boiled down to they didn't want to go down and have one made at the hardware store.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
When you subscribe to the show, you get all of our shows right when you open up your podcast apps, YouTube app, or social media. Learn more at tjriggins.com/subscribe.